Hey guys, I'm Ted and I'm here to give you another fast fact. And for today's fast fact, we will discuss Nat Turner's Rebellion. Now, Nat Turner's Rebellion was perhaps the most terrifying event to occur in the history of American slavery. For one, it was the biggest, most popular, most publicized slave insurrection. This was the not the first, but again the biggest insurrection in which slaves actually killed the slave master and the slave master's family. They moved from plantation to plantation in the early hours, attacking the owners, attacking slave owners. And they had a very clear delineated plan. They were going to drive the whites away. They were going to kill enough whites to drive them away. They were going to organize themselves. They were going to assault an armory, gain guns and ammunition, and then move to a highly defensible position. A truly frightening, truly terrifying plan in the eyes of the slave owners. Nat Turner himself used religious doctrine, and this was another part that was truly frightening to the slave owners. He used religious doctrine, the same tool that they were using to keep the slaves obedient. He used that against the slave master. He used freedom and the fight for freedom. He intertwined it with religious imagery and religious ideology to make it appealing to the slaves. More importantly, Turner and Turner's Rebellion had turned the notion that, or the argument that slaves were generally content with their position in life, with their lot in life, on its head. You now had irrefutable evidence of a large number of slaves who very violently opposed slavery and barely nearly succeeded. Turner's Rebellion was put down because of the before mentioned system of white patrols. The white patrols alerted the militia and the all those who had a stake in slavery. That would be the great slave owners, the middling slave owners, and the landless whites. All simply banded together to oppose this, and it was really a slaughter. Turner's band only really included about 50 to 75 slaves. They were all put down. Turner himself escaped and was on the run from August until the very end of October of 1831. But Turner himself was captured. He was given a trial, a very brief trial, found guilty and sentenced to execution. He was actually boiled down into grease. After his death, they boiled him down and turned him into grease. It was really, really, really gruesome. The full extent of what befell Nat Turner. But in the aftermath of Turner's death, there was a real ratcheting down, and particularly in Virginia. Virginia had been the most tolerant of manumission and really sort of like most level-headed of all the slave states in regard to the slavery issue. But this was it. This sort of broke the camel's back. Virginia began to ratchet down, and when Virginia began to ratchet down, it really gave sort of full license to South Carolina to simply begin to formulate the radical ideas that would lead to this union. But there you guys have it. That is the quick fast fact on Nat Turner's Rebellion. Terrifying incident for the slaveholding South. Slaves themselves rising up, formulating coherent plans, planning on taking guns for themselves, led by a very charismatic leader who used their own religious ideas, their own religious ideology against them. Powerful moment. Hit like, subscribe, and of course comment. Let me know what you thought about Nat Turner's Rebellion. And I am Ted, and I will see you guys for another fast fact